March 2020, the month the world changed. Coronavirus epidemic starting to sweep the world. But it started off with Matthew and I. We went out to Istanbul on a planned trip, thinking it would be safe because Turkey had no cases, and so off we went. We had a fantastic father and son time together, doing all the tourist stuff on the first day, and then on the second day went exploring, and very grateful just to be there because Matthew had lost his passport at the airport. And then on the way back at the airport, you could see that all the flights from Italy and China had been cancelled. So strange coming back. No, didn't seem to be any special measures at Heathrow. But perhaps that's the last time we'll fly for a very long time. And it'll be interesting to see when the whole international travel gets back, or if it ever gets back to where it used to be. The second thing is, as we move towards kind of isolating people, was what to do with mum, especially with Mothering Sunday coming up. And we decided we'd go ahead because it was Megan's birthday and perhaps a last chance for all the kids to see their granny before lockdown. Went and had a fantastic meal at Marky Moogle's. There's roast lamb, summer pudding, crumble, kept granny well away from the kids. It was a fantastic success. Took mum back to Abbey Grounds, where Mark and I were taking in turns to go and see her. And you have to wonder when mum will next get out of Abbey Grounds, as the lockdown particularly affects the old and the more vulnerable. And then the third thing was, as the whole of society started to get locked down and universities and shops and businesses closed down, Thomas was just around the corner. Daniel, who'd been offered a job in London, found he no longer had one, and was lucky enough to be working for Mike still, so coming back home. And Matthew's studies at Bristol University were rudely interrupted, so I actually had Matthew and Daniel all the way through the lockdown as we got into this kind of new regime. In many ways it was very pleasant, very good to have the boys there, but we've got no idea how long it's all going to last. So that's a strange old world. And on that final point, I've just come off the phone to my brother, Trevor, Lord Hansel of Uplands and Bryn Mill, and he's working on kind of sampling tests for the coronavirus to see if you've got antibodies and what have you. And wouldn't it be wonderful if he'd be able to help solve the problem of actually establishing how many people in the UK have had the coronavirus, who's got immunity, and whether or not we can go back to work sooner rather than later. Because if we don't go back sooner rather than later, we're going to be going back to a very different world. So there you are, March 2020, the month the world changed.